Hello, welcome back. Today I'm at the Hillside Cemetery in Fort Lupton, Colorado. Today we're going to be visiting the grave of Angie Zapata. She was murdered for being a transgender woman. So I'm going to tell you about her tragic story and murder as we go look for her grave. Angie Zapata was born Justin Zapata on August 5th, 1989 in Brighton, Colorado. She came from a big family and had 5 other siblings. Zapata had always expressed interest in being a woman. Unfortunately, because of this, she was often bullied in school by her fellow students. When she was in middle school, she came out to her parents and close family. After disclosing her female identity to them, she took on the name of Angie in her close circles. To the outside world, Angie still lived on as a boy. But by the time Angie was 16, she had started living and identifying as a woman. In 2008, Angie left her hometown and moved to an apartment in the city of Greeley. She took up the job of babysitting her 4 nieces and a nephew. She also had ambitions of her own in fashion and makeup. Angie's ultimate goal was to be a cosmetologist in Denver. On July 17, 2008, a few months after she moved into her apartment in Greeley, Angie's dead body was found in her apartment. 2 of her sisters were the first to discover the body, and they found Angie lying dead on her living room floor, wrapped in a blood-stained blanket. The police later said that there was so much blood, they are not sure if she had been beaten by a blunt object or stabbed with a knife. While performing the autopsy, medical examiners found that her head appeared to be concave and was struck heavily by a blunt object. Allen Andrade was arrested and convicted of the murder of Angie Zapata. Zapata met Allen through MocoSpace, a mobile social network. She was just 18 years of age when she met Allen, who was 31, 3 days before her murder. For the next 3 days, Allen stayed over at Zapata's apartment, and the couple had a sexual encounter. And then Angie's friend later testified in court that Angie had told her about an older man staying over at her apartment. On the day of her murder, Angie spent the day at her sister's, babysitting her nieces and nephew. Sources said that Allen, who spent the entire day alone in Angie's apartment, grew suspicious of her gender after going through the pictures in her home. Once Angie was back, Allen confronted her with his suspicions. Allen later told the police that when Angie told him, "I'm all woman," he grabbed her genitals and found that she had male sex organs. Enraged, Allen started hitting the poor teenager with his fists until she fell on the floor. Not satisfied, Allen grabbed a fire extinguisher and hit her on the head twice until she became unresponsive. He then used a blanket to cover her up. Believing he had killed Angie, Allen started to clean all evidence from the crime scene, but he heard gurgling noises. He then picked up the heavy extinguisher and hit Angie on the head once again, killing her on the spot. Allen later admitted that after the murder, he took the fire extinguisher with him and stole her car to make a quick getaway. Two weeks after the murder, while the investigation was still going, the police were alerted about an apartment complex in Thornton when neighbors complained of excessive noise. Once police reached the spot, they found Allen sitting inside Zapata's stolen car. Allen, who was already wanted on traffic charges, was arrested immediately. The police also recognized Zapata's stolen vehicle and charged him with its theft. Initially, Allen Andrade was charged with second-degree murder, but later the charges were upgraded to first-degree, premeditated murder, and felony charges of identity and motor vehicle theft. A charge of felony hate crime was also brought on against him. Once put on trial, Allen tried to reduce the intensity of his charges by claiming that Angie had provoked him into committing the murder. His attorney said that Zapata's action of smiling provoked Allen into a crime of passion. The defense wanted the first-degree murder charge to be lessened into a second-degree one, but the judge disagreed. He ruled that the murder was a deliberate one and that the charges would stay. The jury was made witness to Allen's hate against transgender people and the LGBTQ community in general. The jury deliberated for 2 hours before finding Allen Andrade guilty of the murder of Angie Zapata. Allen was given the mandatory Colorado sentence for first-degree murder and was sent to prison for life without any chance of parole. Furthermore, on account of his past criminal history and Allen being a habitual offender, the judge sentenced him to an additional 60 years in prison. Allen was also found guilty of committing a hate crime. Eventually, after Allen's conviction, President Barack Obama signed into law a new hate crime bill that brought attacks against people based on gender, sexual orientation, or disability under the National Hate Crimes Law. Currently, Allen Andrade is housed at the Lyman Correctional Facility in Lincoln County, Colorado. So Angie's grave is right here. And it is a beautiful one with an angel. It says Angie Zapata, August 5th, 1989, July 17th, 2008. She walked in beauty, she loved people and laughed. God took her home, forever she'll be in our hearts. And there's a few more angels. The flowers and a picture. Just a horrible crime, and she's so young and beautiful. It's very sad, but I'm glad the guy got caught and is still serving time. So it's a beautiful headstone. Rest in peace, Angie. Hope you enjoyed that video and getting to see the grave of Angie Zapata. Please like and subscribe for some more videos, and I'll see you at the next grave. Thanks.